Welcome back to another video, boys, and today I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm going to be speaking why 99% of people fail making money online, and that's the harsh reality of things. Not all of you in this video could straight away go into making money online and succeed. And it's not because you've got a lack of skill or anything like that. It's the number one reason I believe is because they are not focusing on skill building, you're focusing on trying to achieve the money. And what I mean by this, you're thinking, what are you talking about? Everyone's trying to make money. The whole point of this video is making money online. So what are you talking about? But essentially, the money will always come if you have the skills there. If you can provide value to the market, then the money will come. But you've got to focus on building those skills that you can provide to the market. Everything in life, when you get paid, when you pay someone, it's always a value exchange. When you go to the shop and you buy some chicken, you give them your money, they give you their chicken. So it's a value exchange. So you can't expect to go online and just make money from nothing if you're not providing any value. So, for example, as an appointment setter, I provide value of being an expert in sales and I can book people calls and make them more money. That's the value I'm providing them. And they provide me with the commission for booking these calls. Right? So I'm providing them a value. But if I can't book calls, if I'm not good enough, if I don't have the skills to book the calls and be good at sales, then why are they going to pay me? What are they going to pay me for? I'm not a virtual assistant. Don't get it twisted. I'm not someone that can just help with admin. Da, da, da. No, I'm an expert in sales. That's my role. And that's what, as an appointment, you say you should be aiming for. An expert in your field. Rather than, trying to build loads of skills and build this. I'm good at client delivery. I'm good at marketing. I'm good. Build one skill to start with. The rest of the skills will come as you learn under these business owners. As you learn under these people making 50, 100, whatever, a month, thousands I'm talking, you're going to learn skills anyway. So you may as well just focus on one skill and you can offer it to the market. And what I mean by this is don't just come into appointment setting with the mindset like, oh, I need to make money, I need to make this amount by this day. Focus on how good at appointment setting you can get in the first couple of weeks and then the money will come, right? Secondly, I think people follow trends too much. So even the biggest influencers, they follow trends. Iman Ghazi, a couple of years ago he was on SMA. Then he started, changing to, agency space and consultancy. Now there's done for you spaces. These are all sorts of things that people just copy. So the biggest influencers do it and they affect you. So if you're someone into business, you watch Iman Ghazi, you watch Alex Hormozi, you watch these guys, they follow trends as well, right? So I'm not saying that you can't follow trends. It's a bad thing. But the problem is you're following trends too late. So when you first hear about appointment setting, for example, no one's speaking about it, not the big influencers. So I'm not going to try it because not the big influencers talking about it. But by the time that Iman Ghazi is talking about appointment setting, which by the way, we've had appointment setters that have worked for Iman Ghazi, right? By the time Iman Ghazi talks about appointment setting, it's going to be too late because all of his audience has spoken about it. If he's fucking speaking about it, everybody else has spoken about it already. So he's never the first one to the trend. And if you're watching him and you're trying to follow his trends, you're going to be the last one to the trend. Same, when you tried to get into dropshipping, you was too late. When you tried to get into Amazon FBA, you was too late. Trading's kind of a difficult one because if you're good enough, you can make money through trading. It's never too late to get involved with trading if you're willing to learn. But the majority of people don't have the kind of the IQ to learn trading. And then that's the good thing about this. You don't have to be super smart. You don't have to have any fucking special skills, analytical, mathematical aptitude or whatever. You just need to be able to put in the work. That's as simple as that. That's with why appointment setting appeal is so good to the average person and an entry to the market because you don't need the skills going into it, but you can learn the skills, right? And it's because it's sales. As long as you somewhat, you're not kind of, excuse my French, retarded, you can be good at this. You can be good at this, man. The last thing that I'd say, well, second to last thing I'd say, is people try to rush the process too much. They hear about success stories. You might see my last video when I said I made 5K my first 2 months at 18. I did. You might hear that. You might hear other success stories from influencers, from your friends, from other people that influence you, and you're trying to copy that. You're trying to emulate that. And the problem is you shouldn't be comparing yourself to these people. You should be comparing yourself to yourself. So if you're trying to rush the process, why are you trying to rush the process though? If you're genuinely trying to build generational wealth, leave your job, why does it matter if I make the massive amounts now? Because I know if I fully believe in the vision, I fully believe in my abilities, I know in 6 months' time, in a year's time, I'm gonna get to my end desired goal anyway. So what does it make a difference if I'm rushing the process or not? Unless you've literally, someone's got a gun to your mum's head and they're like, in 2 months, if you don't make this amount, then she dies. Why are we rushing the process? There's literally no need to rush the process. Because you know if you put in the work and you follow the vision, you're going to get there anyway. So there's literally no need. So I think when people rush the process and they have the shiny object syndrome, sometimes I get people message me super excited about the idea of appointment setting, but they're not excited about the idea of the appointment setting. They're excited about the money you can earn from appointment setting. And if you're just chasing the money, there's plenty of good paying jobs all around the world. So the reason why I think appointment setting is good is the freedom side of things, and it's learning sales. And you watch any business owner. Alex Hormozy is a great example. They say if they had nothing, one thing they'd do if they had to go to the start, zero, they'd learn sales. That's the number one thing they do. Andrew Tate even talks about it. All these big guys talk about it. There must be something about sales which is good for business entrepreneurship, right? So why not? If you're someone that's like into self-improvement, which you are if you're watching this video, then sales is obviously the starting point, right? And then finally is no discipline. So once something bad happens, once there's a hurdle, you quit. And the harsh reality of this is, unless you have a goal in mind, it makes you more likely to quit. What I mean by this, someone said to me earlier, the reason why I want to make this work, the reason why I want to do this is because I want to retire my parents by the time they're 55. So for them, if something bad happens, if something goes wrong, something doesn't go their way, all they need to do is go back to the goal. They need to think back to why I'm doing this in the first place. And if they truly, truly have that goal and they truly want to do this, then they won't quit. If your goal is fully aligned with your purpose, you won't quit because, it went wrong. But you know what? I'm trying to retire my parents. I've got to grind through it anyway. That's why I think it's so important setting goals. So it's not even about a discipline thing. It's like you have to make it work or the desired situation is not going to happen. So it's not even about discipline at that point. It's just about getting shit done. So yeah, boys. That's why most people fail at making money online. If you've tried making money online, think about if you've done one of these things before. 9 times out of 10, the answer is going to be yes. And if it's not, then I don't know what to tell you, boys. But yeah, hope this video was helpful. Drop a like, subscribe, comment. See you in a bit, boys.